Boy, does this game ever start with some controversy. That is a tough call to make.
Now, here's the thing, is that you and I can argue all day on this. You can say, I mean, it looks like to me the fan's hand comes over and closes the glove. That would be interference. But again, if you look behind me at those fans, I'm not sure any of them reached over the wall. It doesn't look like they did, although one fan off to your right here does have his hand on the wall. But that doesn't mean he's reaching over it. It doesn't look like the fans are over the wall, but you don't know that, and I don't know. Right here, you know, it doesn't look like it, but the guy in the blue could. Listen, let me just throw this out there. Baseball is unique. Unlike the NBA, unlike the NFL, where the stadiums are the same. All the measurements are the same. In baseball, it's very unique. Baseball's the only sport without a clock. Baseball's the only sport. It rains a little, we're going to postpone it. Baseball has changed their mound 26 times in the history of baseball. They raise the mound, they lower the mound. You got plants growing in the outfield in Wrigley Field. You got plants, ivy in Wrigley. You got catwalks in Tampa, the ball can hit. You have a green monster in Fenway. Houston used to have a hill and a pole in center field. Yankee Stadium used to have monuments. What about this rule? When it comes to stadiums and home runs, whatever happens, happens. Let it go. If a fan reaches over, he reaches over. I mean, you tell me you had a hill in Houston, that's okay. You got plants in the outfield. You got a monster. These stadiums are not symmetrical. These stadiums are all unique. Baseball's the most unique sport. It doesn't have a clock. Games can go on forever. Bottom line is, whatever happens in the outfield happens. That play, with my rule, live ball. Altuve probably ends up at second with a double. And that's what you get. Now, you're saying to yourself, well, Colin, you would just be begging for fans to reach over. Yeah, you probably would be. But, all right, okay. I mean, baseball is the quirky sport. And if a fan reached over, build a bigger wall. By the way, baseball knows they put those seats up there for a reason. They want the fans hanging over the field. You can't ask fans not to act on instinct. So when Houston built their stadium, they wanted to give the fans as close a proximity to players as they could. I totally agree. You want fans right on the field. You don't want to have it like Oakland. You want it like Houston. And Fenway's the best. The fans are right in the field. So baseball wants the fans right on the field. And whereas fans shouldn't interfere down the lines, you can make an argument with home runs. If you build a low wall, it is what it is. If there's a bump, instead of trying to figure out his finger was over, it wasn't. If they hit it, they hit it. Live ball, let it play. I mean, we're arguing about this today. We don't have really resolution today, and the resolution we have, nobody likes. So to me, you know, it was just a play. Ball got bounced back in, and all right. Altuve's at second. Both great players. You know, I think sports is better when stars are allowed to be stars, and you had two stars. I don't want Joe Wesh making up the call.
Yeah, we shouldn't be saying his name today.
Yeah, we shouldn't. You know, but I mean, baseball's always been quirky, and there's ivy, and there's a green monster, and there's monuments, and there's hills, and there's poles, and there. I grew up as a kid. Detroit had a pole. Chet Lemon was a center fielder for the Tigers, and he knew how to play the pole. Had a pole out there for 15 years. It is what it is. People just moved around the pole. So LeBron opens up tonight in the NBA on the road. Against the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, what I suspect is that Brandon Ingram will emerge as the second best player on this team. I suspect it's going to take him 20 to 30 games to figure this out. It's a weird roster of a superstar, a bunch of young kids who are getting better, and some weird cast-offs. I think they're going to, by the end of the year, in the, I think, a little overrated West, they're going to be pretty good. Charles Barkley opinion on the Lakers is kind of my opinion. I think it's interesting. I don't know what I'm going to get. I'm fascinated to watch. I know there's 15 teams in the NBA that are awful. I know there are two teams, Boston and Golden State, that are built to win championships today. And then the NBA gives me a lot of absolutes. These two are great. These 15 are awful. This is a big mystery. And like Charles Barkley said on Dan Patrick's show, I'm just interested to watch. I don't know how it's going to play out.
Well, what kind of team are they? Are they going to let those young guys play, or are they going to put those old guys out there? That's why I didn't understand, because those old guys are not their future. Ball, Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, that's their future. So I don't know what the Lakers are doing. Are they going to try to groom those young guys and go forward with LeBron, or are they going to play those old guys? I mean, I have no idea what the Lakers are doing. Are they a young team or they're an old team? And I think that's what I'm going to be watching for the most.
Yeah, I think they're the number one brand, the number one player, and they're the number one mystery in the league. We know who's bad, and we know who's special in this league. We do. We know the 15 teams that are bad. We all agree. And we know the two best teams in this league are Boston and Golden State. Some think Houston, but I don't think they're good enough defensively, and I think they're getting old. Melo's old. Chris Paul's old. I don't think Houston's better. Lakers are the one team in the league that I don't know what I'm getting. I have no real idea. I think, I think Chris Broussard talked about this. LeBron tends to be a big picture guy and kind of trying to sew it together over time.
In Cleveland, it was not about the regular season. It was about June. And can we get to the finals and win it? This is the first time in years for LeBron. He's not going to admit it, and he shouldn't. But inside, he knows we're not beating Golden State unless something crazy happens. We're not getting to the finals. So I don't think he's playing to get to the second or the third round. That's not going to impress him. I believe he wants that MVP award. He'll tie Michael Jordan with his 5th MVP. I think he feels these past few years he should have won one of these years.
I will push back on everybody that says, they're not going to get Kawhi and Paul George and Jimmy Butler. I think what you're going to see happen very soon with the Lakers, and it might happen tonight, LeBron's a forward. The second best player on that team is going to become Brandon Ingram, and he'll probably see it tonight. He went from like 6.5, 7 a game to 16.5. I think he's going to go up to 22, 23. They're going to have 2 great forwards and a third Kyle Kuzma off the bench and a fourth if they want Michael Beasley, who can, I don't know how much he's going to play this year. But it'll be fun to watch. I'm not sure what I'm getting. I do think they're good. I think they'll get better. I think it'll be a little dysfunctional. I'm not sure about the Lonzo, Rondo, LeBron thing.
I'm not so worried about that. That's going to work itself out either way. And it's a long season, so I'm not worried about that at all.
Good stuff. By the way, TJ Hushmanzada, we're going to play our game Stat or Bull Stat. That will be coming up next. The FBI is warning anybody who gets paid through direct deposit to be on the lookout for phishing emails requesting personal info, including login credentials to their bank accounts. Those credentials can be used to change bank account info, then block alerts to consumer warning of changes. So many threats in today's connected world. Takes one weak link for criminals to get in. New LifeLock identity theft protection adds the power of Norton security. Nobody can stop every threat and prevent all theft or monitor all transactions, but new LifeLock with Norton security sees threats you'd miss on your own, and they make it real easy. LifeLock.com, code HERD, or call 1-800-LifeLock and use the promo code HERD. In both instances, 10% off, plus a $25 Amazon gift card with annual enrollment. Terms apply. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. In both instances, the code is HERD.
Von Miller and the Broncos D take on Josh Rosen and the Cardinals. Broncos versus Cardinals on Thursday Night Football.